Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is out here making money moves. Tom Cruise, the guy who has self-proclaimed, not self-proclaimed, has been proclaimed to be the savior of Hollywood. He is probably of the last dying breed of the superstar, the movie star that's out there. Because I've told y'all this for a long time. Movie stars are fading away. People are fine when a movie star is in a film, but that's no longer enough to make a movie successful. We've already seen this with one of the biggest movie stars in Hollywood today with The Rock, and that couldn't even save Black Adam, even though it was number one on iTunes. But movie stars are fading now. Even with that said, you still had Tom Cruise come out with Top Gun and blow people away. When people didn't even want to go to theaters, this man put out Top Gun, and that sucker made a whole $1 billion, and everything was like out the window. Forget all the superhero movies that made money. They looked at that Tom Cruise movie and was like, oh, so we back. Steven Spielberg, Scorsese, everybody over here giving this man a round of applause, pat on the back, all of that. And you know what? And I'll say this, like, I wasn't a big fan of the first Top Gun. I had not seen it until the second one came out, and I went back and watched the first one in completion. And I was like, okay, I get it, but like, I didn't really like it. But the second Top Gun, oh, I love that movie. That movie was really well done. That was really, really fun. That was a great popcorn movie. That was a movie you had to go see in theaters. Solid film. Very good. So, of course, ain't no way you can make a movie in Hollywood and make $1 billion and not get a sequel at all. So, of course, Top Gun 3 is currently in the works at Paramount right now. It says here Paramount has Top Gun Maverick co-writer Aaron Kruger to work on a script for a sequel to the action blockbuster, according to knowledgeable insider. There's still a few hurdles to cross with Tom Cruise and company needing to sign off on a final version. Now, this all comes on the heels of even bigger news, and this is bigger news for Tom Cruise, because according to reports, Tom Cruise is in the money. This man is making deals. Okay, when I tell you this man wants to save Hollywood, he is on a mission, and it's not impossible. But this man right now has signed a nice looking deal with Warner Brothers to develop and produce original and franchise films. It says here the ageless actor signed a new deal to develop and produce theatrical films with Warner Brothers Discovery. These movies will be a mix of original productions and franchise fare and will star Cruise. It says Cruise and his production company will have offices on the Warner Brothers Discovery lot in Burbank. And I want to take a moment here just to remind you guys, whenever you think of those type of things. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's the wrong studio. Never mind. I was about to bring up something, but I forgot. That's the wrong studio. But you know it's serious. You know it's serious when y'all make a deal to be in a partnership and my man got to move in. He got to get an office. I don't even remember hearing of other producers, directors having a whole office. This man said we moving in together. We about to shack up. Okay, they Tom Cruise and WB is out here shacking up right now, and that's how you know it's real. Okay, that's how you know it's real out there. And it says here the deal with Cruise, who has projects at rival studios like Universal and Paramount, is not exclusive, nor is it traditional first look pack. The actor can make movies at other companies, but the hope is that he will be able to generate the kind of globally appealing blockbusters that could spawn sequels and enhance Warner Brothers' bottom line. So not only are they shacking up, but they just friends with benefits. Who knew Tom Cruise was going to make WB his sneaky link? Who knew? Because this man said, hold on, baby girl, hold on. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and live with you for a little bit. We're going to make some deals, but I still got to go do my thing elsewhere. You saw that the Top Gun? He's still doing that somewhere else. He ain't bringing Top Gun to Warner Brothers. He's still going to live his life. Okay. He's living his life unchained. Okay. Hey man, different relationships, different strokes for different folks, clearly like that's, and Warner Brothers is okay with this. They are okay with this. Let's keep this in mind. Y'all remember back when The Flash, you remember when Ezra Miller was out here terrorizing like just different continents and states and stuff, running away from the police and all that? Do y'all remember when The Flash came out? Before it came out, who did Warner Brothers send the Flash movie to exclusively? Y'all remember when they sent them that they sent that movie straight to Tom Cruise? They sent that movie special delivery, literally special hand delivered, handcuffs to the screen and everything. They said, here you go, sir. Gave this man a special private screening of The Flash because they wanted his input on it. They've been wooing Tom Cruise for a long time. For a long time. So now we actually have a little bit more inside information as to what this deal between Warner Brothers and Tom Cruise, what it really means. And what, let's just kind of get into the little nitty gritty. Now, I did not know all of this, so I thought this was kind of interesting. It says Cruise is a true veteran when it comes to dealing with Hollywood executives, and he and Zaslav, the president, the head of WB, instantly clicked on the importance of keeping movies and theaters alive. Now, this, just to give you guys some context, recall, David Zaslav has been on the crusade of trying to save movies in theaters for a long time. Now, it's a little contradictory because this is the same guy that was kind of being a roadblock for the whole writers and actors strike, but whatever. But he has been on record saying that he wants to make the focus of WB on theatrical movies. And I told y'all this before. I told y'all this when the pandemic was happening, when people were crying that the sky was falling and movie theaters were dead. I told y'all there's too much money to be made in theaters. Y'all ain't no business in their right mind going to stop using movie theaters. And you too, I don't care, even if you're the biggest hypochondriac out there, you too will not give up on movies. All it takes is that one movie, that one special date night or whatever, you're going to find yourself out there. Okay. And people have been coming back. So, by the way, this is also one of the reasons why they canceled the Batgirl movie, because according to Zaslav, he's like, yo, this ain't gonna make us enough money in theaters, so we got to scrap it, write it off, as a tax write off. So, of course, somebody with that mentality paired up with Tom Cruise, who has been a huge advocate for releasing big budget blockbuster movies in theaters. This was a match made in heaven, right? So it says here that there's a little bit more drama. So let's kind of get into the drama. It says sources say Cruise was not happy with the way Paramount dealt with him on a number of issues. He had to lawyer up in 2021 when the studio announced that Top Gun Maverick would have a 45-day release theatrical run. The studio also pressed Cruise to approve the making of a television show based on Mission Impossible or Days of Thunder for its streamer. Now don't forget, I've told y'all this has been one of the biggest reasons why a lot of movies have not succeeded or had the same traction that they used to have in the past. And that's that 45-day window when you only have 2.5 weeks, you only have 2.5 paycheck periods to go watch a movie. That's not a lot of incentive to go watch that film. It really isn't, because if you haven't had a chance to watch a movie in 2 weeks, you might be like, wait a minute, it comes out in 4 weeks on streaming that I'm already paying for. I'll wait. So why would you go pay for it then at that point? But back in the day, you used to have 3 months to go see a movie in the theaters. And that's what Tom Cruise pushed them for and was like, no, don't do this stupid 45-day release window nonsense. Leave my movie in the theaters for 90 days. People will show up. And he was right. And they made $1 billion. So he almost had to sue them for that. But listen, they had their drama. Now, I haven't heard about that whole television streaming show thing, but it sounds whack already. Because I'm just saying, if you're not going to have Tom Cruise in a television series to stream, what are you doing? Are people even going to tune in? I don't think so. And is Paramount popping like that? I'm saying this honestly because I don't know, but the only thing I be hearing about Paramount is Star Trek. I don't really be hearing a lot of people saying, have you seen that new Paramount show? Maybe they got a couple hits here and there. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that they're making any of the big companies, the big streamers. I don't see them making Netflix or Disney Plus. I don't see them making them sweat. I don't see them coming out with shows that's making these other bigger platforms turn around and look over their shoulder. Evil. Evil's a great show, but Evil is not something that I hear a lot of people talking about. I like Evil. I like Evil a lot. I think the show is fantastic, but it's not something that I see getting a lot of traction, but I don't know. But apparently there's a little bit more. What with the drama. Let's see. Paramount had some issues with Cruise too. Said here that he and his writer, director Christopher McQuarrie, have had a tendency to change their minds on the fly while filming, which tends to bust the budget. Says here that the whole Mission Impossible movie, the movie lost almost $25 million. Says here that Tom Cruise, he doesn't send script pages. He doesn't let them see dailies. He used to be very responsible on budgets, but that changed with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Well, let me tell you something. When you quote unquote have saved Hollywood and you've made $1 billion, who gonna check you, boo? I mean, y'all remember what happened with James Cameron? The studios tried to tell James Cameron, hey man, with them Avatar movies, you're gonna have to shorten that stuff down. James Cameron said, come here, who are you talking to? Who are you talking? Do you not know I paid for your office over there? Do you not know I own this whole lot over here on Fox Studio? Who are you talking to? If I want my movie to be 15 hours, it's going to be 15 hours. If I want to shoot my movie on the moon, we going to the moon. Why? Because my movies just make only billions of dollars. That's all my movies do. Who are you talking to? So Tom Cruise, whether this is true or not, my man has earned his respect. He's probably feeling himself. And it's very hard to argue against that. Now, I get it. As a studio, you like, man, you got to let us, brother, know. You got to let us know about these budgets, man. You can't just be dropping out. He like, yo, shut up. Do you want $1 billion or not? Do you know what? I'm Tom freaking Cruise. Well, but now look at you. Now look at you. Now, because you tried to reel Tom Cruise in, WB out here luring him back. And it says here that the Luca and Abdy, who work at WB, hope to lure Cruise back for a follow-up to the 2014 film Edge of Tomorrow, which the studio already had in development before they took over. So it looks like with this potential deal with Tom Cruise and WB, we might get Edge of Tomorrow sequel, and I'm here for that because I like that Edge of Tomorrow. I thought that was a solid film. I really, really enjoyed that. So if that's what that means, all power to them. Listen, I'm here for this deal. You know what I'm saying? They shacking up. They friends with benefits. They doing their little dirty stuff behind doors, whatever. I'm not judging nobody's relationship. If that's what y'all agree to, that's what y'all do. Okay. So y'all tell me, do y'all like this deal with Tom Cruise and WB? Are you excited for what potentially can come about with that? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.